Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning. It's not morning, but anyway, let me. Okay, I just want to find a comfortable position. I don't want this. Sorry. So you have more room to sit in. I'm in my. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello.
Allora, let's see. Okay, let's wait for everybody to show up. Let's go grab our hot beverage or water or whatever, and your journal and your pencil. Keep everything you need close. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see if Beku or Steffi missing, and Margot, and let's give them maybe more 5 minutes. And while we wait for them, maybe can I ask you, did you add my message in the beginning of the afternoon about the Zoom link? How did you receive it? By mail or by the Patreon app?
Io non l'ho ricevuto proprio, Nico.
Okay, because I created a chat on the Patreon app from where I post the link, but I'm not sure, because when I send a post, for example, I receive the email, me too, as una prova. How do you say in English?
Try. A try.
A try, yes. And this time I didn't receive it, so I hope that I need to figure out this. Anyway, before we start, and we wait maybe 2 minutes more, I can make a little admin for those who will catch the replay. Maybe I need to, okay. Anyway, maybe I will do this by message. We don't need to do the admin stuff today, because it was about the new subscription, and but I will do it by message. I don't want to start this now because it's too much of infos, and I want to stay on the class of today. Anyway, I guess that we can start because it's now 6 minutes after the starting time. So I guess that we can go for it. So welcome, Valentina, Barbara Plastic Bambina, and Justine. I know for sure that me and Justine, we are exhausted because we spent even far apart, but we spent 1 week watching Sanremo. Everybody knows Sanremo here in the live class, yes, because we are all Italian. Those who catch the replay, maybe you don't know Sanremo. Everybody watched Sanremo here?
Certo, sure.
I have this kink for Sanremo, and so I'm very tired today because yesterday finished very late. Anyway, I guess that today's class.
Do you watch all Sanremo yesterday?
Yes. Until the end.
No.
They should do a medal.
I go to bed 2:30.
It was something at the end. Justine is French, so like, can you tell us something about Sanremo?
The pressure. Yeah, I mean, I got really involved. It's been a couple of years now that I'm really into it. So yeah, I mean, we got it all. We got John Travolta with the ducks, and you know.
I will put in the link of the Patreon page some link about Sanremo, because I guess that maybe next year, I didn't think about it this year, because since we have this drawing together club now, the introvert club, maybe next year we should do some graphic journal Sanremo club, and then we draw while we watch Sanremo. I guess it could be very fun. If I forgot it, you can remember it to me. Anyway, I guess that it's safe to say that we can start, and nobody will show. The class of today, because sorry, okay, English. It's very difficult English today. Last class was all about, as you can remember, about self-esteem and self-worth and what does it means. But and I guess it's something that goes together, is like the self-esteem, but also like the fear of judgment from outside. And so today we are going to work on the fact that on how can we stop caring about what other people thinks about us. And so first thing first I did when I was preparing the class, it was one first thing that I found on Google was like, a lot of people may write down, you stop caring about other people when you know your value. And but I guess sorry, but I guess it's a little bit more complicated than this. And so this will be the class of today. Learning the value, yes, but also learning how to make the difference between who we are and how others perceive us. And to do this, we have to learn how we perceive ourselves. But before we start, a very small meditation just to connect this moment and to just, we can roll the shoulder back. Maybe you can move a little bit the neck, or any movement that make the tension goes down. Maybe we can start by opting for a soft gaze. This means that you can look down, maybe on your hand that are on your lap, or maybe you can have your hand on your knees. You can relax your side. Maybe you can also choose to close the eyes. And then we begin to notice the breath. And we slow down and we land on our seat. We notice our butt that touch the chair. We notice the point of contact between our hands and wherever they are resting on. We relax our neck, our shoulder. We inhale completely and deeply, and we exhale completely. One more time, inhale deeply. And slowly exhale completely. We set the intention So stay with an open heart during this practice. We set the intention of not second guessing ourselves. We connect our heart, we connect ourselves with our inner part, the creative part. We can call it the soul, or the intuition, or the creativity. And we stay connected to this part that is more instinctive, is like more childlike, is more pure and creative. And we enjoy this part of ourselves. And we can also choose to connect this part of ourselves with a more bigger energy field, or more to the universe, or to a wisdom that is above and beyond ourselves. And this part can be outside of ourselves, but also inside of ourselves. We don't have to be on the same path about this. We can also know that we can only know that we have this wisdom that is accessible whenever and wherever we want to. And this part is our ability to create art. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes and go to the first page on your journal, the one that is the new one. You can write down today's Sunday date, you say February 11. And then you can click on your face on Zoom, or if you're catching the replay, you can go in front of a mirror, and we are going to take a few minutes to draw a self-portrait. So there is no special indication for this self-portrait. Just look at yourself and draw. There is no wrong way to do it. I'm going to put a little timer, 2 minutes, and when we draw and we have a timer, we don't stop our pen going, even if it's uncomfortable. We stay in the discomfort, in maybe the judgment we bring on ourselves, or on our art abilities, drawing abilities, or maybe it's difficult to look at ourselves in the mirror. And we stay into this discomfort. If it's too difficult, what you can do is on the side of your face, you can write down those discomfort, like words, to put it on paper, but you don't stop, because you know that in a moment when you can stop when the timer goes off. It's like when we do CrossFit, or I don't know, some sport that we are doing sprints and it's very difficult. We want to stop, but we know that we stick to it until the end of the exercise. Now we still have a little more than 1 minute. And every feeling that may rise, you can write it down. Okay, 15 seconds to go. You can start wrapping it up. Okay. The self-portrait exercise is always a good way to warm up when we want to draw but we don't know what. It's a way to center on ourselves and then warm up our hands, but also go into our body, because we have this body, and I guess it's cool sometimes to feel it and connect with it. So what we are going to do is, first thing first, is it relatable to you, this kind of theme? Maybe we are going to put a small timer in which we are going to write down things that we are afraid being judged, or things we are insecure of. Can be big things, small things. As usual, as in the self-portrait exercise, we have a timer. During this timer, we go in the discomfort, knowing that the time given is finite, and so in a moment you will have a timer. Then, and as soon as the timer goes off, you are able to come back of the discomfort of being in an exercise. So first thing first, since we are here in the live class, maybe you can just raise your hand. Do you have fear of being judged? Do you care about other people, what they think? It can be in every aspect of life, or maybe it's only in a specific access of life, or you can just do this, or you can unmute yourself and you can share it.
Yeah. So sometimes, I'm afraid. No, it's not. I'm afraid, but when I say to express myself, to say something to someone, I'm afraid not to speak straight. So speak straight for me is complicated, because I'm always afraid to give something bad to the other person.
Yes.
I don't. This is.
Yes. Vuoi dire
I don't know
altre
if you understand.
Sì, and I guess
no, sì, quindi a volte però sometimes I say to myself, I want to say this, even if this person is not, I can give something bad to this person, but sometimes it's important to speak straight.
Yes, but there is fear of judgment or saying something, because I guess that there is the fear of saying something that may be hurtful, but also sometimes we can also say something that, and we are afraid of judgment of what we say. There are two different things, and grazie, thank you. And if you want, Valentina or Justine, you're not obliged just to It's okay? Okay.
Yeah, I guess as a female-shaped person and someone who's been raised largely as a female-shaped person, I often think that everything, or like lots of things that I do that's not seen as a traditional gender rule is gonna be judged by mostly cis men, I guess. Like any type of creativity or any sort of like departure from what is seen as normal, like acting like freely or just following what I want, is gonna be judged by a bunch of cis dudes who are gonna be like, you don't know how to do this and you cannot do that because you haven't got the right, you know, like paperwork to show me that you can do it. So I feel like there is judgment around. I think it's been like a lifelong thing to try and compartmentalize this, but it's definitely there.
Yes, thank you. Valentina, it's okay? You want to say something or ok? Dimmi se certe volte hai bisogno che magari lo dico anche in italiano.
Ok,
Però-
ok. No, di
Sì,
solito poi all'inizio non capisco, poi ripeti 2 o 3 volte e ce la faccio.
Ok, io infatti ti guardo, ti vedo nello Zoom e ti guardo e vedo, la vediamo se... Ok, ok. My English, it's easy to understand because I have the
Sì,
Italian accent.
infatti Giustina ora ha fatto un po' fatica a capirla.
More difficult. Se Justine stava dicendo che quando sei percepita come donna, vuoi dirlo in italiano, Justine? I'm putting Justine on the spot. Sei in Italia.
No, ma il mio italiano non è buono, però
Con Sanremo.
posso
Provare.
provare?
Certo.
Allora penso che perché sono visto come una donna ho non lo so.
No, vuoi che ti aiuto?
Sì.
C'è Ted? Giustine dice, visto che in quanto persona percepita come donna da sempre, la paura del giudizio per Justine viene sempre spesso dai maschi che in alcuni domini, che ne so, di cose che Justine può fare, magari si possono permettere di chiedergli sì, ma tu la sai fare bene questa cosa in quanto donna, e quindi la paura del giudizio viene da quel contesto lì.
Capito?
Ok, so
Esatto.
esatto, and it will be amazing to do a class in Italian, but then our French friends that aren't here today, but they will catch the replay, couldn't. It's the English is the only language that I found that it's so can bring together the French and the Italian.
In fact, when I don't understand anything, I watch the replay with the subtitle in Italy.
There is subtitles. Crazy.
The replay with the subtitle in Italy when I don't understand, but for me is an exercise in English. I won't try.
Okay, perfect. And if for anyone, if you don't understand, but even for other people that catch the replay, always you can ask me, and it's okay. So I'm going to put a 2 minutes timer, and we are going to write down on paper what we were talking about, what were we thinking about. I would like you to write down what makes you insecure, and can be, this is a very broad question. It can be what makes you insecure is maybe are some kind of people, maybe are situation, maybe are skills. Quindi cos'è che ti fa sentire insicura? Potrebbero essere, mettiamo un po' tutto nero su bianco sulla carta, quindi potrebbero essere delle situazioni o delle persone o delle cose che tu fai. Je le dis aussi en français comme ça, c'est équitable. Qu'est-ce qui te rend pas sûr de toi? On va le marquer sur le papier. Tout ce qui nous vient, c'est qui peut être des situations, des gens ou des choses que nous faisons. Voilà, on va juste mettre toutes nos insécurités de tous les domaines, dans toutes les situations, de tous les points de départ. I was still on the French. Oh my, today's will be difficult. We are going just, okay, let's go for it. 2 minutes, write it down. Okay, you can gently wrap it up. And now what we are going to do is we are going to trace in the next new page, we are going to trace one vertical line. We are going to, just to divide, we will need to do two columns. And okay, I'm going to put a timer, and on the left side, a gauche, a sinistra, we are going to make a list, as we always do. We love to do lists. And we are going to do a list. The title of this gauche, of this sinistra, left, will be outer self. And so we are going to do a list of how we present in the world. All those things that we bring to the world, or it can be things that we say about ourselves. For example, I'm very sociable, sociable. I don't know how to say in English. I'm very forward with people. I'm very generous. I'm very smart in my career. And I don't know, all the things that it's the part of you that it's outside, and it's seen from everybody.
Come mi presento io agli altri?
Sì, la parte esterna di te. potrebbe essere come se qualcosa che tu fai, che le persone potrebbero dire di te in un certo senso, perché non è una parte intima nascosta, ma è quello che tu sei nel mondo, simpatica o non lo so. So it can be something, it can help you to visualize it, even if you are writing about yourself, you are not writing down what people say about you, but to help you, it can be, is the part that you present to the world, so it can be things that people say about yourself. Can be compliment, can be not compliment, but things that are, so when I think about you, okay, if I think about, I don't know, but okay, I can see you, we are something very funny, or I don't know. So it thinks what people perceive, but you always write at the first person. We are not writing like people thinks of me that I'm funny, for example, because I want to know what agree with you. So even though people think you are funny, you write it down only if you think too that you are funny. So anche se è una cosa che dicono di te, ma la devi scrivere solo se sei d'accordo. Ok, let's go with this 2-minute timer. Okay, so now on the other column, what we are going to do now, we did this past one and we connected to the face of ourselves that it's open, things that people can see. Now we are going to take a deep breath and we are going to roll our eyes inward. And we are going to, if you want to put a title of this column on the right side, will be inner self. And so we are going to write down a list of all our inner part, all things that are intimate within ourselves, what we see ourselves inside, as before, can be good or bad, but it's something that you know it's present, and you don't think anymore about what other people, you don't think about the list we did, the left one, the first one. Forget this one, go inward and do a new one. Okay, let's go. It doesn't have to match the to list. Or yes or no, we don't think about it now. Just stay in this list, in this moment. Okay, you can gently wrap it up. Now we are going to take a color, a different color from the one you write down, you wrote. And what we are going to do, we are going to find, even if we didn't exactly use the same word, but we are going to find in this to list if there are elements that are the same. Maybe it's not the same word, it doesn't matter, but let's take a moment to connect with a pen those parts that seems the same side, the same thing. You can also use more than one color if you want, but Oh, I didn't put the timer. Okay, I just put it 1 minute, so. Okay, so now we are going to, so the thing is that those parts that you manage to connect, those parts that are outside, that are the same, that are your outer self and inner self, in those parts in which, but you can find integrity between the two, often those are the parts you are not afraid of being judged. You are not afraid, that are the part that you own it, and since there is no difference between what you project outside and what you really are inside, probably those parts are those parts that even if you get judged, because people can, but it will not affect you very much, because are the parts that are solid inside of you, I guess. So what we are going to do is we are just going to take those parts before we go dig into the one that are maybe more sketchy. But what I would like you to do is I'm going to put a 5-minute timer, and we are going to take those parts you draw, those parts that are those who are positive, but because maybe there are they also may be negative things, because maybe people tell me I'm how to say in English, I'm a voleur, un ladro. What do you say?
Thief.
A thief. So maybe, okay, the outside of me, it's a thief, and actually I am a thief. I like to go steal things. I don't know. In those things, you own this part of yourself. You like to steal. I don't know. Anyway, even though with this, you know, Arsène Lupin, how do you say? It can be, if you are a thief, but you own it. Anyway, what I would like you to do in the next exercise, you are going to draw yourself as a portrait or as a cover of a magazine in which all those parts of you that you own are quoted in it. So you draw your portrait as you are in a cover of a magazine in which, for example, if I take this example of a thief, okay, I own the fact that I steal. Okay, I'm going to draw my portrait, and maybe it's the cover of Stealing magazine, and I'm like this with a little mask of I don't know. It's a game, so you pick those parts and you withdraw this. Does it make sense? Do you want to ask a question, or? Okay, let's go. Let's have fun. We are artists, so we can draw, we can make everything real. So if it's Thief magazine, your thing, go for it. Okay, go. We want to, you know, play it big. We are drawing our our self-portrait as nobody judges us. We are perfect and connected and cover of a magazine style. And all the words you want to put down as a comment, you can do it. For example, the thief, the best thief of the year. He managed to steal all the money, or I don't know, all the arms and bombs of the world and destroying it. So now there is war, peace, thanks to this thief. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Okay, 1 minute 30 to go. One minute to go. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to write down very quick just to ride this wave. What is the bigger compliment that somebody can say about you? I just putting like 30 seconds timer. The bigger compliment that somebody can say about you. Okay, also 30 seconds, you are going to answer, how is this true? This compliment that can say, in which way this compliment is true in some way, if it's, but it's a game. So even if you receive this kind of compliment and you go like, no, it's not true. But now in this exercise, you must find at least one way in which this compliment is true. Okay, so how is it true? Is this true? Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are going to do the opposite. Instead of drawing the cover of Thief magazine, we are going to write down an headline from, for example, how do you call in English those magazine, sketchy magazine like Scandalistici?
Tabloids.
Tabloids. Okay, so like The Sun or things like this. Now we are going to take 1 minute or 2 minutes maybe to write down, if you want to put a drawing, but it must be a very dramatic drawing in which you are not on the right angle, you know, like those Britney Spears article, like she shaved her head, she's crazy and things like this. I want you to do this for yourself. So it must be not flattening picture of drawing. It must be a very shocking headline that says something very bad about you. And maybe you can write down a little bit or something like this. It's maybe it will be not funny, but stick to it, because you will be saved by the bell of the timer. So you can go into the discomfort, because in a moment then it will finish. Okay, so let's go. And of course, you want to go, like when we see, if we were celebrities and we see ourselves in tabloids, in those horrible headlines, it's not something we will be happy. So we are going to go into something something worse, something bad that these journalists can say about us. Okay, 50 seconds to go. Okay. So just to make it a little bit more clear in our mind, we are just going to put 1 minute more and we are write down. You can write down as a list the answer to the question, what are you afraid people will say about you? True or not true? Now we are just about exploring by being curious about we are exploring the fear, okay? What are you afraid people will say about you? Let it come, everything that comes to you. Don't judge the answer. Okay, and maybe you can imagine we are going to put a timer of 2 minutes to write down a list, the answer to the question, how is this true? Those things, those horrible things that people said about us, is there a way that it's some of them or in some part can be true? Of course, it's a game. We are just exploring what we feel and what we receive. It's the graphic journaling practice. So let's play this game. How is this true? You can write, is it true because? Okay. 10 seconds to go. E chi abbiamo? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, vieni Gabri, vuoi salutare? Ora fai il timido.
Spider-Man non può rivelare sa vera identità. We saw Spider-Man, but the true identity it can't be revealed. Okay. So what we are going to do now is we are going to very quick going out of this game of imagining yourself up, imagining yourself down in the tabloid and in the magazine and everything. And we are going to do a quick list of if we experience judgment from people in the past, actually experience it. If there are situations or things in which we were fearing the judgment, even though this judgment is true or not. We can't control if somebody is judging us, but what we can control is what we feel about this situation. So maybe sometimes we are fearing being judged, even though we don't know what the other people is thinking. But the fear of being judged affects us. And some other way can be the opposite, like we feel very good, feel very connected and very, how do you say in English? I wrote it down in my notes, very authentic. And so even if somebody is judging us, we don't care because we feel connected. It's more detrimental, it's more painful, the opposite. The person, we don't know what is thinking, but we are fear of being judged. We fear of being judged, and this is painful. So we are going to write down a list of all those moments or experience or memories in which we experience this judgment or the fear of being judged. Right, 30 seconds, go. Oops, sorry, I did put 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, okay, you can wrap it up now. And so, I see that you are still writing. I leave you. You can just tell me when you finished. So for each, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, but you can, how do you say, every time we do some list, sometimes we draw an arrow and we do another list that is connected. I didn't tell you to do this, but we don't care. We can go, if you put your things like this, and we can go down and answer to the question I write you. Maybe you can take different color and do those arrows instead that on horizontal you can go down. Anyway, what we are going to do is we are going to take those memories, those moments you did the fear of being judged or you felt judged, and I want you to write down what you did, you wish you did better or you did different in this situation. So, for example, I am being judged for being a thief. I always taking the same example. And I was like, oh, I feel that people are judging me for being a thief. And so now we are going to explore what would I do different? And it can be step up for myself, saying, no, I'm not a thief. Or maybe can be, oh, maybe I didn't have to engage in this situation that lead me to this. Or maybe can be change my attitude, change the friends, change, I don't know. We have like a magic wand, and we have this, okay, what we would like to have done different. Does it make sense? Okay, go 1 minute 40. I don't know, because it's on this. I'm going to use okay. 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 Then, often this, when we have this judgment and these things that we wish we'd done different, as we write it down in this exercise, maybe you can notice this, that those kind of I wish I did this different. I wish it's something that in some way, now you write it down and maybe you were able to observe it. But tell me if it's different for you, but it's often something that even before we see it to write it down in this exercise, probably those things were spinning in our head, even if they were consciously, but this, I should have done this, I should have said this different. Even though now we observe it, it's something that is there. And there is this book that we already had a graphic journal exercise around this book, that is a book called the Grief Recovery workbook. I don't remember the author. I guess it's two guys. Oh my, I don't remember. I have a blank. Anyway, I will put in the show notes, how do you call it? Like in the podcast, I will put in the class notes all the infos. Anyway, in this book, it's more a lot around that unfinished business is often things that we wish we have done differently, creates emotional cords to situations that aren't agreeable, that aren't comfortable. For example, an example, I don't know, for this thief example, I'm using this thief example because I think it's not very emotional things that, so I will not, maybe will not resonate emotionally with anyone, I guess, but can give the example. Okay, I've been judged for being a thief. I'm not a thief, so it's something I wish that I've done different because I should have stepped up for myself. And until we have this, I wish I did like this in our mind, it's like we are reacting over and over and over the situation that is something from the past, but since we are reenacting in our brain, I wish I did this, I wish I did this situation from the past stays in the present. Does it make sense in some way? And so since it stays in the present, it has a connection, emotional connection with me whenever I go, even though I will go in a new situation with new people. Probably I will be afraid to be called a thief, like in the other situation. The emotional attachment stays, and as long the emotional attachment stays, it's very difficult to set free ourselves from the fear of being judged, even though in future things. Ha senso in inglese? Okay, so today we are going to wrap up this class with some other exercise in which we are going to cut the emotional cords that are to this judgment situation. So we are going to pick one situation that you wrote down, the one of those you think you did different. Pick one. Pick the most maybe discomfortable one, and we are going to write a letter to this situation, to this person. It doesn't, it can be a whole situation or one person. But before we start, two things. First thing first, to write this letter, this is an idea I pick up from the Grief Recovery book. I will guide you how to write this letter. We will do this letter with exercises. Second thing is the most important. You don't have to send the letter you are going to do to this person or to the situation that you are working on. We don't need to do this, never. It's not something like, it's something we do for ourselves in the graphic journal, and it's work we do for ourselves. So we cut the emotional cords for ourselves. We don't have to go to tell the situation of the person. It doesn't change a lot, and it's not worthy. So let's go. What we are going to do is we are going to take the next new page, and it's the next new page that is on the right side of your journal, because we are going to start drawing and writing on a page that has nothing behind. Okay, so you draw on a page, but on the other side there is nothing. Okay, so first thing first, I want you to make like, it doesn't have to make a frame, but what I would like you to do maybe I don't know if you see it mirror. I don't know. Justine, you that you know this place where I am. Are you seeing mirror? Like the right is on the right or is on the left? Like the plant.
I'm not seeing it mirrored, I'm seeing it fine.
Okay, fine. So what are you going to do is this is the page we are working on. I'm not going to spoil. If you're catching the replay, don't go backward to see what I'm hiding. And what you are going to draw is you on this side of the page, okay? And in front of you, we are going to draw the person of this or the situation. For now, here is blank, okay? And you are on a side. No, sorry. Yes, you are in the inner part. Yes, of course. Yes, if you are this like this, so you draw yourself and the person of the situation, one in front of the other, bottom of the page. The only thing it's important is that you are in the inner part of the sheet. Okay? Does it make sense? Of the book.
For example, this is the page. Now that I want to this is the page.
Yes, you are close to this part.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are taking this side, you are here. If you are taking this side, you are here. But since behind you need to have a blank space, probably you will find you are in this side. So probably you will be on the right side of the sketchbook.
Okay.
This is the reason I'm not showing you mine, because mine is on the wrong side.
Io in questa pagina.
Sì. Yes.
La situazione in quest'altra.
No,
on questa
pagina. Sì.
Ok, sempre in basso.
Sì, I'm going to do, okay. Imagine that if you, in the next exercise, you were writing on the left, you go on the right. But if in the last exercise, you were writing on the left, you turn the page and you go on the left. Okay. And on the left, because so on the other side you have nothing, on the left you are you, and I'm of course I choose a very light color that nobody can see. It's why not? So it's you down, okay, and then here is the other person or situation. For now, you just do this. Here, you left blank. Thank you. It's very difficult to explain in English and without seeing anyone sketchbook, but we can make it happen. Okay. So sorry. Let me see. Fammi vedere. Faccio. Certo. Sorry, it's my daughter. Today is a mess. Okay, let's go. Let's draw yourself and then the situation. It can be very simple. We are going to put like 4-minute timer. Very, very symbolic you and very symbolic other people. Okay. 15 seconds to go. Okay. Now what we are going to do is on the top of the page, you are going to write dear, caro, cara, caru, cher, name. I've been, you can write it down or just doing dear name or situation. I've been reviewing our relationship, or I'm being reviewing this situation, and here on the top of the page, and here what I have to say. And now you are answering to the exercise, and what you can do, what you write, it can be written like here, like only word, or you can make balloon going out of your character, like you are speaking, and you can make more than one. How do you say? If you, I'm going to do it. You know, you can do it more than one, like this, you write, and it can be just one text or more things that you write down. So we are just going to express ourselves, and first thing you are going to write down wherever you want on the page, on the same page, and we stay on the same page even if at the end it gets messy. Okay, so first thing you are going to write is the first memory with this person, or the first memory with this situation, the very first memory. We are going to have 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Okay, we will probably go a little bit off board, but since now we know that class is between 1 hour and a half and 2 hours, it will be not 2 hours, but since we started a little bit late, we still have few. Okay, if you have finished, what we are going to write down now is like 3 ups and 3 downs of this person, this situation, this relationships. Let's go. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is like, first thing first, I will tell you how to write it. The thing is, what you are going to write down, the answer that you are going to write down, will be written as a chord between your character and this other character or this situation. So you are going to start writing from yourself and to the character. Okay, you write since I'm going to show you. So you have you, and then you have the character. So we are going to write down, this is you, oh my, and then you are going to write down the answer this way, okay? And the exercise will be, now we are going to write down now the things we write down is, now I need to, and then you can write down apologize or forgive or honor the situation. Anything you need to say to this person now, you write it down and you direct your words from one drawing to the other. Going to put a 5-minute timer. Okay, still 3 minutes. Don't stop writing everything and direct everything to this person situation and feel it. Empty your, I don't know how to say in English. Say it all. And if you are thinking, you can also think something like often to release. You can also, since you are safe in your journal, you can be vulnerable and use these 4. You can say sorry also, even for all the situation, and you also can ask forgiveness, but also say thank you and also say I love you, even to horrible are the situation. This helps to release. And then when you have finished, you still have 30 seconds. Last thing you have to write down is like in this act is goodbye, addio, adieu, à jamais. And the goodbye is not for the person, but for the feeling and for the situation. You can say this to in your mind to somebody that maybe you still seeing every day. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So wrap it up with this goodbye or the sorry, the forgive me, thank you. Okay, and when you finish, what we are going to do is we are going to cut the emotional cords between ourselves and the situation or this person. If you have a pair of scissors, you cut the page. If you don't have, you tear the page between you and the character, and then you wrap around the character. If you want to keep the text in your page, you can. I'm not to show you, but this is my character. I'm going to cut it here and here. You don't have to cut all the page, but what I would like you to know, we are going to put a timer, and we are going to take a moment to cut the character, and then we do like this, and we are going to put it in the bin. Okay, 1 minute. Let's go. Let's cut the paper. Let's cut away the character. We can do around, we can cut the whole page. I want you to stay on the page, your drawing. This is the reason your drawing is in the inner seam. Ah, Justine, throw it in the fire. I can't see it. I don't have the fire. Maybe I will put it in the toilet. You can put it in the toilet. It goes in the ocean. Not sure. Yes, I don't. Can we put it paper in the toilet, or it's not?
But you put paper in the toilet all the time, darling.
Oh yes, of course. In the toilet paper. Okay, so everybody did cut the cord and cut away the paper. So if you have a fireplace, throw it in the fire. If you don't have the fire, like me, and you live in an apartment, throw it in the toilet. It's the fastest way to nature, I guess. Okay, we are done for today. I hope that you are good. Do you have any question? Okay, so I can say see you in the last Sunday of the month. I don't remember when it is, but we are going to meet the last Sunday of the month just to draw together conviviality for 1 hour, and then the graphic journal club like this, the workshop will be the second Sunday of March. Thank you so much. Thank you Spider-Man. Grazie Spider-Man per essere stato con noi. Siamo stati molto fortunati a avere la tua visita.
Sono Spider-Man.
Non
sei
sei
Spider-Man.
Io vedo una cosa rossa, ma non è la maglietta di Spider-Man?
Sì, sì, sì.
Ah, beh, è molto
Oggi
bella.
era travestito da gatto boy.
Ah,
Quindi lui è ancora gatto boy. Il pigiamasco.
e poi comunque giusto, non è che devi rivelare la sua identità.
No, no. The mystery.
It's a thing that Spider-Man would say. You are Spider-Man, I'm not. So, ok, baci. See you.
Grazie.
Ciao.
In the fire.
Ciao.
In the fire if you have the fire, or if you want to, or in the toilet.
It's
I'm
okay.
going.
Ok.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.